My beloved child, please listen to me. I am speaking to you now, not with thunder, not with fear, not with anger, but with a quiet voice filled with love. I am closer to you than your next breath. I have been with you since the moment you first opened your eyes in this world, and I am still with you now as you listen to these words. You may feel alone at times, forgotten, or unsure of what comes next, but I want you to know this before anything else. You have never been invisible to me. Not once. Not ever. I know your heart. I know the memories you carry, both the joyful ones and the painful ones. I know the nights when sleep did not come easily, when worries sat beside you like an unwanted guest. I know the prayers you whispered long ago, and I know the prayers you stopped praying because you felt tired or unsure or disappointed. I have heard them all, even the ones you never spoke out loud, especially those. My child, I am not distant. I am not silent because I do not care. Sometimes I am quiet because I am waiting. Waiting for you to notice me again. Waiting for you to trust me again. Waiting for your answer. You see, I have been calling your name gently, patiently, lovingly, not rushing you, not forcing you, just calling. Through small moments. Through memories. Through a feeling in your heart that something is missing even when life seems full. That feeling is not an accident. It is me. It has always been me. I know you have lived many years. You have seen seasons come and go. You have watched people enter your life and leave again. You have held babies and buried loved ones. You have laughed and you have cried tears that no one else saw. You have carried responsibilities, and sometimes you have carried regrets. And through it all, I have been watching you with love, never turning my face away. There were moments when you felt strong and moments when you felt very weak. There were times when you trusted me easily, and times when trusting me felt too hard. I understand that. I am not disappointed in you for being human. I made you with a heart that feels deeply. I made you with a mind that remembers. I made you with a soul that longs for peace. My child, please hear this clearly. You are not a burden. Your life is not finished. Your story is not over. As long as you are breathing, I am still working. As long as your heart is beating, I am still speaking. As long as you can listen, I am still waiting for your answer. You may be asking, God, what answer are you waiting for? And that is a good question. It is an honest question. I am waiting for your answer to my love. I am waiting for your answer to my invitation. I am waiting for your answer to trust me again, even if your trust feels small and fragile. I am not asking you to be perfect. I am not asking you to understand everything. I am not asking you to go back and fix the past. The past is already in my hands. What I am asking is very simple, though it may feel deep. I am asking you to turn your heart toward me again and say, God, here I am. That answer does not need beautiful words. It does not need long prayers. It does not need strength you think you no longer have. It only needs honesty. Even if your answer is, God, I am tired. Even if your answer is, God, I am afraid. Even if your answer is, God, I don't know how to believe like I once did. I can work with that. I have always worked with honest hearts. My beloved, I know time feels different now than it once did. Days pass quickly, and yet some days feel very long. Sometimes you look back more than you look forward. Sometimes you wonder what meaning remains, what purpose still waits for you. Let me tell you this gently, your purpose has not expired. Your prayers still matter. Your love still matters. Your presence still matters. There are people whose lives are touched simply because you exist. A kind word you speak, a prayer you whisper, a memory you share, a quiet example of endurance. These things are precious to me. Never think that because your steps are slower, your life is smaller. In my eyes, your life is rich with meaning. I am speaking to you now because I want you to feel my closeness again, not as an idea, not as a memory from long ago, but as a living presence right where you are. I want you to know that I see you sitting there. I see your hands. I see your eyes. I see the thoughts moving through your mind, and I love you without condition. My child, I am not counting your failures. I am not measuring your worth by what you can still do. I am measuring you by my love, and my love has no limits. When others have walked away, I stayed. When you felt forgotten, I remembered. When you felt unneeded, I called you mine. There is a reason you are hearing these words today. It is not chance. It is not coincidence. It is an invitation. I am gently knocking on the door of your heart, not to disturb you, but to sit with you, to remind you that you are not alone in this season of life, to tell you that every breath you take is still held in my care. I am waiting on your answer, not because I am impatient, but because I respect you. Love does not force itself, love waits. Love invites, love hopes. I have waited for you through busy years and quiet years, through joyful days and painful nights, and I will continue to wait because my love for you does not grow tired. As you listen now, let your heart be still for a moment. You do not need to rush. You do not need to prove anything. Just listen. Feel my presence near you. Feel my peace beginning to rest on you like a warm blanket. This is only the beginning of what I want to share with you. There is more I want to say about your life, your struggles, your faith, and your future. There is encouragement I want to place in your heart. There is guidance I want to offer you with love and truth. But for now, I simply want you to know this: I am here, and I am waiting on your answer. And as you keep listening, as your heart stays open, I will continue speaking to you, gently and patiently, step by step, just as a loving father speaks to his child. As you continue to listen, let your heart remain open and unguarded. There is no need to protect yourself from me. I already see every corner of your soul, and I love you completely. Now let us walk together into deeper waters, gently, slowly, without fear. I want to speak to you about your life, about faith, and about the quiet struggles you have carried inside your heart for so long. You have lived long enough to know that life is not simple. When you were younger, you may have thought it would become easier with time, but instead life changed its shape. Some burdens became lighter and others became heavier. Some dreams were fulfilled and others quietly faded away. You learned that joy and sorrow often sit at the same table. I know this because I have been sitting with you all along. There were times when your faith felt strong, like a steady lamp lighting your path. And there were times when that lamp felt dim, almost as if the oil had run low. You may have asked yourself, why do I feel this way? Why do I struggle now after all these years? My child, this does not mean you have failed. It means you are human. Faith is not a straight line. It is a living thing that breathes, rests, and sometimes grows tired. I know there are questions in your heart that never found answers. Prayers you prayed with tears that seemed to rise into silence. Moments when you did the right thing, yet pain still came. These experiences can leave marks on the soul. They can make you cautious. They can make you wonder whether trusting me again is worth the risk. I understand that hesitation. I do not judge it. Remember, this silence does not mean absence. When you did not feel me, I was still there. When you did not hear me, I was still listening. Sometimes my greatest work happens quietly, beneath the surface where you cannot see it yet. Just as roots grow unseen beneath the soil, so does my grace work within you. You have carried responsibilities for many years. You have been strong for others when you yourself felt weak. You have given advice, comfort, and care, often without receiving much in return. That kind of giving can leave the heart tired. There are days when you may feel empty, as if you have poured out everything and have little left. My child, those are the moments when I want to fill you again. I am not asking you to relive the past with regret. The past is not a prison unless you stay locked inside it. I hold your past gently, including your mistakes, your missed chances, and your painful memories. I do not look at them with anger. I look at them with mercy. Every step you took, even the wrong ones, brought you here to this moment where I am speaking to you now. There is a quiet fear that sometimes settles in the heart as years pass. A fear of being forgotten. A fear of no longer being needed. A fear of what lies ahead. You may not speak these fears aloud, but I hear them when your heart grows heavy. Let me tell you something important. You are not forgotten. You are not finished, and what lies ahead is not empty. Life may feel slower now, but it is not meaningless. In the quiet moments, when the world is less demanding, there is space for something beautiful, deeper trust, deeper peace, deeper connection with me. This season of your life is not about doing more. It is about being more aware of my presence with you. You may look at the world today and feel confused or saddened by how much has changed. Things you once understood easily now feel unfamiliar. Values seem different. People seem rushed. In all this noise, it is easy to feel out of place. But my child, you are not lost. You are exactly where you need to be, held in my hands, even as the world shifts around you. I want you to reflect gently on this truth. Your worth has never depended on your strength, your productivity, or your usefulness in the eyes of others. Your worth comes from being mine. That has never changed, and it never will. Even when your body feels weaker, your soul remains precious and strong in my sight. There are moments when loneliness visits you, even when others are near. Loneliness is not always about being alone. Sometimes it is about feeling unseen or unheard. In those moments, remember this: I see you fully. I hear every sigh, every unspoken prayer, every longing of your heart. You are never truly alone when I am with you. Faith at its deepest level is not about having all the answers. It is about choosing to trust me even when the answers are unclear. It is about placing your hand in mine and allowing me to guide you, step by step, one day at a time. You do not need to see the whole path. You only need to take the next step with me. My child, you may feel that your voice no longer matters in this world, but your prayers still rise to me like a sweet fragrance. Your quiet faith still shines like a soft light in the darkness. Your endurance speaks louder than words. Never underestimate the power of a faithful heart that continues to love even after being wounded. As you reflect on your life, allow yourself to release the weight of self-blame. You did the best you could with what you knew at the time. I do not ask you to punish yourself for yesterday. I ask you to trust me with today. Each morning you wake is a gift, an invitation to walk with me again. I am waiting on your answer, not because I need it, but because you need it. When you answer my call, even quietly, even imperfectly, something within you begins to heal. Peace begins to settle. Hope begins to rise again, not loudly, but gently like the dawn. Stay with me, keep listening. There is encouragement I want to give you next. Words meant to lift your spirit, to remind you that you are deeply loved and carefully guided. I am not finished speaking to you yet. Stay with me a little longer. Let these words rest gently in your heart. You have listened with honesty, and that itself is an act of courage. Now I want to speak to you with encouragement, with comfort, and with a quiet strength that can carry you through each day ahead. I want you to feel my hands around your life, steady and sure, even when your own hands feel weak. You may not always feel strong, but strength has never been the measure of your value. I have seen you when you felt tired yet still chose kindness. I have seen you when your body ached yet your heart still prayed for others. These things matter deeply to me. They are signs of a faithful soul, even when faith feels small. My child, do not believe the thought that tells you it is too late for anything good. The thought does not come from me. As long as you are here, hope still breathes. As long as you wake each morning, grace is still reaching for you. I am not bound by age, time, or circumstance. I can bring peace into your heart today, even if yesterday was heavy. I know some days begin with pain or stiffness or worry before your feet even touch the floor. I know some mornings you sigh and wonder how you will get through the day. In those moments, remember this: you do not walk alone. I walk beside you step by step. When your strength runs low, mine does not. When your hope flickers, I remain steady. Let me remind you of something you may have forgotten. I delight in you. Not in what you do, but in who you are. You are my child. That truth stands firm no matter how you feel, no matter what you think you have lost, no matter what others may say or fail to say. My love for you is not fragile. It does not fade with time. There is comfort available to you that goes deeper than rest and stronger than distraction. It is the comfort of my presence. When you sit quietly, when you breathe slowly, when you whisper my name, I draw near. You do not need perfect words. A simple, "God, I am here," is enough. I understand the language of the heart. You may feel that your days look ordinary now, but ordinary moments are where I often work most deeply. A quiet cup of tea, a familiar chair, a memory that makes you smile or cry. These are holy moments when shared with me. I am present in the stillness as much as I am in the storm. My child, I want you to release the fear that you are a burden to others or to me. You are not a burden, you are a blessing. Your life carries wisdom shaped by years of experience. Your gentleness, your patience, your endurance, these are gifts the world still needs, even if it does not always recognize them. There are times when sadness may come without a clear reason. Let it come, and let it pass. Do not be ashamed of tears. I count every one. Tears are prayers, too, spoken when words are not enough. When you cry, you are not weak. You are human, and I am close to the broken-hearted. I want to encourage you to trust me with the small things each day. Trust me with your worries one at a time. Trust me with your health, your family, your memories, your future. You do not need to carry everything alone. Lay your burdens in my hands. I am strong enough to hold them all. Even now I am guiding you, though you may not always notice how. Sometimes guidance comes as peace. Sometimes it comes as patience. Sometimes it comes as the strength to endure rather than the power to change. All of it is my care at work in your life. You may wonder if your prayers still make a difference. Let me answer you clearly, they do. Every prayer you offer, spoken or silent, reaches me. Nothing is wasted. Even prayers that seem unanswered are shaping something good within you, something eternal. My child, I am proud of you for continuing to listen, for staying open, for not turning away. You have survived many storms and you are still here. That is not an accident. That is my grace sustaining you even when you did not realize it. As you move through your days, let my encouragement be like a soft light guiding you. When fear whispers, remember my promises. When loneliness presses in, remember my presence. When doubts arise, remember my faithfulness. I have carried you this far, and I will not abandon you now. There is still purpose in your breath, still meaning in your prayers, still love flowing through your life. You are seen, you are cherished, you are held. And as you continue listening, I will speak to you about what truly matters most, guiding you with love and truth, just as a father guides his child. Stay close to me. I am still speaking. Remain with me. Let your heart stay open. Because what I am about to share comes from love, not from anger. A loving father does not only comfort, he also guides. He does not warn to frighten, but to protect. And so I speak to you now with gentleness and truth, because your life matters deeply to me. There are many voices in this world, and not all of them lead you toward peace. Some voices promise comfort but leave you empty. Some promise freedom but quietly bind your heart with worry. Some speak loudly, demanding your attention, pulling you away from what truly gives life. I want you to be careful which voices you listen to, especially now when your heart seeks rest. Do not let bitterness take root in you. Bitterness is quiet at first. It often begins as disappointment, then slowly hardens into resentment. You may feel you were treated unfairly, overlooked, or hurt by words or actions that cannot be undone. I know those wounds. But my child, bitterness steals more than it protects. It robs you of peace. It clouds your vision. It weighs down your spirit. I ask you, gently but firmly, to place those hurts into my hands and let me carry them. Be careful not to let fear guide your days. Fear whispers lies about the future. It tells you that the best is behind you, that tomorrow holds only loss or decline. That voice does not come from me. I do not lead my children with fear. I lead with truth and love. The future is not something you must face alone. I am already there, waiting for you. Do not measure your life by comparison. When you compare yourself to others, you will always feel either proud or discouraged, and neither will bring you peace. Some will seem stronger. Some will seem happier. Some will seem more useful. But I did not create you to be anyone else. I created you to be you. Your path is unique. Your pace is acceptable. Your worth is secure. I want to guide you back to what truly matters, not possessions, not recognition, not how busy or productive you appear. What matters is love. What matters is faith. What matters is how you treat others and how you allow yourself to be loved by me. These are the treasures that do not fade with time. Guard your heart against hopelessness. Hopelessness may come quietly, especially when days feel repetitive or when losses accumulate. But hopelessness is not truth. Even in the final chapters of life, I am writing something beautiful. You may not see it clearly yet, but I am still at work shaping peace within you, preparing you for joy that goes deeper than circumstances. I guide you now toward simplicity. Let go of what weighs you down unnecessarily. You do not need to carry every worry, every regret, every unanswered question. Some things must be released. Some doors must remain closed. Some answers will only be fully known when you stand in my presence. Until then, trust me. Be mindful of how you spend your time and your thoughts. Feed your soul with what brings life, not with what drains it. Speak words that heal, not words that wound. Even now your words carry power. They can bring comfort or they can spread heaviness. Choose gentleness. Choose patience. Choose love even when it is not easy. I also want to warn you against closing your heart. Pain can teach the heart to protect itself too well. You may feel safer keeping your emotions guarded, keeping others at a distance, even keeping me at arm's length. But a closed heart cannot receive comfort fully. Open your heart to me again. I am careful with fragile things. I will not harm what I love. My child, do not neglect your spirit. Just as the body needs nourishment, so does the soul. Make space for quiet. Make space for prayer, even if it is brief. Make space for gratitude, even on hard days. These small acts keep your spirit alive and attentive to my presence. I guide you away from despair and toward trust. Trust does not mean you will understand everything. Trust means you choose to place your life in my hands, even when the path ahead is unclear. That choice brings peace that the world cannot give. Listen closely now, time is precious. Not to frighten you, but to remind you of its value. Each day is a gift. Each moment is an opportunity to love, to forgive, to rest in my presence. Do not waste your days on worry or regret. Live them gently, faithfully, with me beside you. I am not warning you because danger surrounds you at every turn. I am guiding you because I desire your peace. I want your remaining days to be filled with quiet joy, steady faith, and a deep sense of being held. I want you to finish this journey not in fear but in trust. Remember, my child, obedience is not about rules, it is about relationship. When I guide you, it is because I see further than you can. When I correct you, it is because I love you too much to leave you lost. When I wait for your answer, it is because love always waits. Stay close to me. Let my wisdom guide your steps. Let my love shape your choices. What comes next will bring everything together, comfort, truth, and hope, so that your heart may rest fully in me. I am still speaking. My beloved child, stay with me as we come to the closing of this message, not as an ending, but as a gentle resting place for your heart. Everything I have spoken to you has been spoken in love, carefully, patiently, the way a father speaks to a child he cherishes deeply. Now I want to gather these words and place them softly into your hands, so you may carry them with you into your days and nights. You have listened. That alone is important. Listening is an answer. Opening your heart is an answer. Staying instead of turning away is an answer. I am waiting on your answer not because I doubt you, but because I honor your freedom to choose me again, freely and lovingly, just as I have always chosen you. Look back gently over your life, not with regret, but with understanding. You have walked a long road. You have stumbled, you have risen, you have endured. Even the painful ones has shaped the soul you carry today. I see beauty in that soul. I see courage that survived disappointment. I see faith that endured seasons of silence. I see love that kept giving even when it was tired. My child, let peace settle into you now. Not a loud peace, not a sudden peace, but a deep and steady peace that rests beneath everything else. This peace does not depend on perfect health, perfect circumstances, or perfect understanding. It comes from knowing you are held, guided, and loved completely. You do not need to rush into tomorrow. Tomorrow will come on its own. Today, remain with me, breathe slowly. Let go of what you cannot change. Trust me with what you do not understand. Rest in the truth that I am enough for you just as you are. I want you to know this clearly. You have answered me many times already, even when you did not realize it. Every time you chose kindness over bitterness. Every time you prayed for someone else while carrying your own pain. Every time you trusted me enough to keep going. These were answers, quiet answers, faithful answers. And still I wait, not impatiently, but lovingly, for your heart to say again, God, I trust you. I place my life in your hands. That answer does not need to be spoken aloud. I hear it when your heart softens. I feel it when you release fear. I know it when you allow me closer. My child, there is nothing ahead of you that we will not face together. Not aging, not uncertainty, not weakness, not even death. I will be with you through every step, and beyond the last step, into a peace you cannot yet imagine. You do not need to be afraid. You belong to me. As your days continue, let your life be simple and faithful. Love where you can. Rest when you need to. Pray as you are able. Trust that I am working in ways you may not see, shaping goodness from even the smallest moments. I bless you with calm mornings and gentle evenings. I bless you with the comfort of my presence when loneliness visits. I bless you with the assurance that your life still has meaning, still has purpose, still has beauty. I bless you with hope that does not fade. Carry my words with you. Let them return to you when you feel unsure. Let them comfort you when your heart grows heavy. Let them remind you that you are never walking alone. And now, my beloved child, as you rest in these words, know that this conversation does not end here. I will speak to you again, tomorrow and the next day and the day after that. Each time you listen, each time you return, I will be here waiting with love. When you are ready, come back and listen again. I still have more to share with you.